Here's 5 things that I learned reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book is mainly about how the rich teach their kids about money. So here's the things that I took away from it personally. Number one is that rich people are not trying to impress anyone else. They're only focused on building their assets, building their net worth. If you pulled up next to them at the light and you have a nicer car, they don't care because that's not their focus. Their focus is on building a better life financially for their offspring and their legacy. Number two is the concept of the 4 quadrants. So you have quadrant number one, which is employees. Most of us are employees, right? You have your next quadrant, which is a sole proprietor. So anyone that runs a business, but it's kind of like, you're the only person in that business. You're a landscaper, plumber, you have your own business, but you're the main person that has to do everything in that business. That's a sole proprietor. Then you have LLCs, corporations, S Corp, C Corp, things of that nature. So bigger businesses. And then you have the final quadrant, which is the investor. So maybe you invest in real estate, maybe you invest in stocks, bond, gold, silver, crypto, Bitcoin, anything like that. So those are your 4 quadrants that I picked up that concept from the book. The third concept I picked up from this book is specialized. So meaning he is talking about his father in this aspect. His father was a professor and he was very specialized in his field. He was able to climb that corporate ladder with the university, but because his knowledge was specialized for the university, there was a cap on how much money he could make because you can't take that same skill and transfer it to anywhere else unless it's another university. You can't take it to another industry. And his rich dad was teaching him that go learn a little bit about a lot of things because you can build your network, you can get contacts, and you can take what you're learning in one industry and apply it to another industry and open doors. So I thought that was pretty interesting aspect of that. Also, number 4, assets versus liabilities. So this is exactly what I got from it. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. So whether that's an investment like in real estate, anything like that, as long as you're renting it out to someone and they're paying for it every month, it's making you money, that's an asset. A liability, like let's say, I'm Cedric the car guy, I talk about cars, right? You go buy a brand new car, we might try to convince you that it's an asset, it's a liability. It really is because you're spending money every month to drive that car. Now you may need it to get to work. So in that aspect, it's technically an asset for you, for your life to get back and forth to work, but you can pay cash for a car off the street and be done with it. So you buying a brand new car, that's a liability because it's costing you money. Now, the last and final thing is building a residual income to pay for your liabilities, meaning instead of you going to work a job every day and trading your sweat equity to pay for that brand new car you have, if you've established a business or an investment that can cover either the payment or the total purchase price of that vehicle or whatever it is you want to buy, that is ideally the way that the rich people continue to get rich because they're taking income from a source that is already reoccurring in revenue, and they're using that to pay for any liabilities. They're not going to work for a car payment or any other thing that they want to fund in their life. So those are the 5 things that I learned about Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Hopefully you check it out and see what you may learn from the book.